What's up guys, MixedByJocelin here and welcome back to another episode of Mixed Up, where I show you how to mix down tracks on Logic Pro X. And today it's going to be a short and sweet one, but God, it will save you some time in the future. I'm going to show you how to near enough instantly find the BPM to any track using Logic Pro X so you can get all of your stems gridded and in time ready to start that mix. Let's go. Okay guys, so we're here and as you can see I've been sent a project here from Jesse Elvis. This track is already out. It's called Good Enough. The link will be in description. It's an amazing song. I really suggest you go and check that out. We're going to get into it today. So basically you've been sent some files from some clients and you've got your reference and all the stems, and you need to find the BPM pretty much instantaneous before you start the mix, so everything can be gridded, locked in, all your delays are in time when you're doing your chops, all that stuff. You haven't got to worry about anything. So first and foremost, I suggest you get the BPM locked in.
Potentially very useful.
Now, the old ancient way that I used to personally do this was I used to click the reference track at the top here, and I would go down to metering and then find the BPM counter, and I would let that run, and 9 out of 10 times it would be right, not sure, and then you'd have to like figure out if it is right, if it's a half point or something like that. Today I'm going to show you a new technique, very short, very sweet, and basically you can get Logic to analyze the file and then it will spit back the correct BPM. I've tested this out a few times now and it's always giving me back the correct BPM. That's not to say that computers can't make mistakes.
Skynet.
And you might need a fallback, a suggestion if it isn't right. I always use tapbpm.com, where you can literally load up and tap to the track and you'll get the right BPM. But that's a few extra steps and can take a lot longer. Sometimes you just want to get straight into it. So what I'll do is I'll highlight the reference track. I would suggest using the reference track. If you don't have the reference track, maybe group your drums. I'll show you how I organize my projects in a later video. But yeah, group your drums and then using the bus drum or the summing stack track to analyze that. You basically want a lot of percussion going on whilst you're analyzing, so you're making the job a little bit easier for Logic to figure out. But very, very simply, all you have to do is hit Command, Alt, and T, and then as you can see it will start analyzing. We'll skip through this a little bit because it does take a little bit of time sometimes just to load through.
A few moments later.
Bang! Once it's analyzed, and I think that maybe took me about no more than 5 seconds, 10 seconds at the very most.
10 seconds, 11 taps.
And it spits back basically a bunch of information here, and this top highlighted one is what it deems to be the average tempo of the song, and then underneath that you have the half tempo, and then below that the double time tempo, depending on how you like to mix and what tempo you want to be mixing within, like for delay settings, things like that. And then below that you have a couple of other time signatures. You don't really need to pay attention to those unless you're mixing in a different time signature, like we're mixing in 4/4, so we're going to just stick to these at the top. And then what you want to do is make sure apply region tempo to project is ticked, and then use average tempo, so it uses the one that's highlighted at the top here. And you're going to click OK, and then it's going to change your project tempo. So as you can see up here, it's changed to 103. And then if we click and play through the reference track and we hit K on our keyboard,
that is over.
You can hear that is locked in and that is in time. And now you can get straight to the mix and not have to worry about things being out of time or doing chops and then having to change the BPM later. So really quick, really easy, nice little shortcut, Command Alt T, that will analyze the track for you and spit back the correct tempo. If you found this useful,
That's very useful information.
make sure you give the video a like, and if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll catch you in the next one. Safe.